Hey everybody, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 11th of February and we are now live in your session over here. So let's get started. So let me just remove everything from the chart over here and let's just check where this 30-minute candle closed. Okay. So the monthly candle finally broke above the high of the previous month's candle and it went up over here, tried to test this candle's high over here, but it failed and it rejected that area. The reason is this was a very strong rejection zone, so maybe that's why it rejected this area and now it's coming down. But the thing is, still it's bullish and nothing has changed. It's just that the market is just retracing back and it might go up again. Sorry, it might go up again in the trend. So if I need to draw some areas, then this will be my area of, you know, resistance over here, which becomes the support now, and this is another level of support from which the market is taking support to move all the way up and to test these wicks over here on the left. Right, so basically where it can go possibly in the monthly, I think it will be going up to this level over here. So after the monthly time frame, if we switch to the weekly, then weekly time frame is, you know, hovering at this area over here, which is a key level of resistance, right? And but the thing is that the weekly candle has broke above the highs of the previous weeks, right? So the chances are that with volume, this week candle, like today is the last day of the week, so now two things can happen over here. Number one is that if GBP or JPY really wants to move up, then it has to close above this area, and that also means that in the remaining hours of today, the today's this weekly candle over here, it will fill its own wick and close up over here, somewhere around over here. So that means we should look for buys over here in GBP JPY. So weekly over here is also bullish for me. And if we look at the daily over here, then the daily time frame has created a lower wick. It went all the way down and it created a lower wick over here. It grabbed liquidity from this area as well. Now it can move up to test this wick or fill this wick with volume. Sorry. So I'm gonna draw another level of area of resistance over here. So now by drawing this area over here, one thing is getting clear, that the market is at a strong level of resistance and it can reject this area. But the good thing is, by creating this lower wick, the market is slightly telling that today it can move up to fill this wick, maybe for temporary basis, but yes, it can really move up to fill this wick. And let's see, this wick is about 70 pips of range, so I think that's a really good range to cover up for the market. Let me just check the news if there is any news today. Okay. So now let's talk about the 4-hour over here. So basically what was happening is market was moving like this, then it consolidated over here, created a high, it created a high over here, right? And it broke above this high, that was a resistance, and it went all the way up. Now it went all the way down. This candle over here tested this resistance and it closed a bullish candle and with a huge rejection wick. Now the current 4-hour candle is having some low volume, maybe because it's not moving anywhere. So the thing is that if this is a support forming, like the previous 4-hour candle broke off the high of the previous one, right, and also this high over here, so now the chances are, now if the current 4-hour candle break the high of the previous 4-hour candle, then that means it can go up to fill this clean range, and that will take eventually the market to this level over here. Yeah, so now we have targets about the 4 hour as well. Sorry. So we don't need to look more left over here. Why? Because we have already have enough information with us. So the market is creating higher highs, higher lows by making supports over here and then moving up. So I think that's the case happening, which will be happening over here as well. So now we have seen monthly is bullish, weekly is bullish, daily is bullish, 4 hour is bullish. So all the bigger time frames which decides the trend are totally bullish, right? Now we need to look at the lower time frames like 1 hour and 30 minutes to see where we can actually trade. So I'm gonna go to the 1 hour now. So basically now we need to tell ourselves a story about the 1 hour, like what 1 hour candles are doing, what the previous candles have did, and things like that, right? No, there was a GBP news today. Today is Michigan consumer sentiment, which is at 8:30. No problem. No news today. Okay, so now if we talk about the 1 hour, then let's zoom into it a little bit. So market. Sorry. Okay, so let's tell ourselves a story from yesterday. Uh, First of all, let's take this area into consideration. So market went above this area by breaking this high over here, then it consolidated a little bit. That means it created a resistance over here, then this candle broke above that area, closed above that area. Now a new high was created over here, right? This was the new high created over here. Then market came exactly down towards this area over here. It rejected that area, and after rejecting that area it created a resistance, right? So after creating this resistance over here, now what the market was doing, it's creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? Then it created this area of support over here. Now if we don't look at these areas over here, then the thing which we can consider is by creating this support over here, this candle went straight up, closed above this area, right? It closed above this area over here. Now we were having a small range over here. So this candle closed in this range and with a wick rejection. Now the next candle also respected that area and it closed inside that area only. Now the previous 1 hour candle over here, now this is important. Why? Because the market is telling us a full story that what it's gonna do now, right? And what hint it's giving us towards the movement, right? So now the previous 1 hour candle closed above that area, right? But the thing is, the previous 1 hour candle closed with no wick on the top. So if a candle is closing with no wick on the top, that means the probability is 50-50 that the market can move up or down. So what I'm gonna do now is okay, 1 hour over here as well. Sorry. So now if this look, this 1 hour candle is having 18 minutes left to close, and the thing is, I want this 1 hour candle to close below this area or above this area. If it closes inside this range only, then I will need some more confirmations to before taking a sell or a buy trade, right? The thing is that every time frame is just bullish. So if anybody wants to take a sell, if anybody is thinking of taking sells in GBP JPY, then I think you should wait for best confirmation, or most probable confirmation to take that trade, because the trend is bullish. Okay, this move coming down is just a retracement, and the trend is bullish. Actually, this is a wick, this is the wick over here of the yesterday's candle, right? And today's candle can fill up this wick over here, and wicks will be filled when there will be volume. Sorry. Right, so let's wait for 17 more minutes over here, and after that let's see what the market is basically trying to do. So if this candle closes back inside the range, that means this will become a fake out. So now I'm gonna go to the 30 minutes over here, and I'm gonna mark some areas in 30 minutes as well. So first of all, I'm gonna mark my recent area of resistance. Okay, so this is my recent area of resistance over here. Okay, yeah. Now I'm gonna mark my area of support over here, right? So now I can clearly say that the market is just ranging up, down, up, down, up, down in the same area, right? So the market is clearly ranging right now. So to execute sells, I need a candle closing below this area. Then only I can execute sell trade, because the market, what can market do is it can go down, create a lower wick by breaking all these lows, and then it can flip back up, and then it will start to move off. The reason is why this will be happening. The reason is the trend is bullish. That's why this thing can happen. And why that will be happening, because market will go down, sellers will trapped in that area, because sellers are thinking that once the market will be breaking these lows, I'm gonna enter a sell trade. That's the thing big institutions also know. Okay, that's the thing, they also know that where the sellers will be entering the market, and once the sellers will be trapped, the market will go like 1 or 2 pips more down, so that more sellers will be trapped in. And once that happens, it will flip back up, close back inside this range, and the next candle will move up from here. So that's the thing market do all the time. So to take sells, just wait for a candle confirmation. Even though you miss that trade, doesn't matter, just wait for a confirmation, wait for candle to break and close below this area, 157.280, so that you can take a sell trade in the next candle. Because the thing is, the market is having clean range over here, and this range is pretty good, I think. Yeah, it's about 24 pips of range, and above this area it's extremely good. The range is extremely good over here. Above this area there's a 53 pips of range. I think that can be a really nice trade. Sorry. So yeah, this was the analysis about GBP JPY, and I'm not gonna consider the 15 minutes because we don't need 15 minutes for now. So let's just wait over here. Yeah, 15 minutes is also actually good over here. 15 minutes is also having this area which we can consider basically. Now let's have a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, once this 4 hour candle starts to move up, it will give us indication that the market's gonna move up now. Okay, so now this was all about GBP JPY. Let's have a look at the GBP USD now. Oh, nice. GBP USD is actually creating some good support over here. I'm gonna just do some quick analysis at this point. Sorry. Okay, so now let's just talk about the weekly over here. So the weekly time frame was moving down and it created this support over here. It created this support over here, then it went up. It created another kind of a support over here, but there was a resistance at this point where the market is rejected earlier and where the market can reject now as well. But the monthly candle has moved up with no wick on the bottom. That means it can go up to test this area, right? So let's go to the weekly. Let's first correct the monthly things over here. Yeah. Okay, so now if we talk about the weekly over here, it created this support, right? It created the support, then it went down, then it created another support, then we have a resistance area over here, right? So the weekly is bullish till this level over here. Now if I talk about the daily, then daily candles has created this strong level of resistance, and they created this level of this support over here and this resistance over here, right? Now this candle can go up to fill the wick and till this point over here. That means the daily is bullish, weekly bullish, monthly bullish. Oh, this 4 hour candle is breaking the high of the previous one, but this is just consolidation. So now okay, actually it's pretty difficult over here to understand the overall thing because the 4 hour is just consolidating. So let's mark this area as a recent support. So now let's see this as a clean range, right? So I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. Okay, so what were we talking about? So yeah, so this Forex candle has broke above the high of the previous Forex candle. That means the chances of going up is now increasing, right? But and the thing is that for our time frame in GBP/USD is kind of a tricky one over here, because we have this area of resistance over here, right? And need to find some better idea to trade this currency. So the thing is, what we can do is we can take help of 1 hour time frame, right? How that can happen is this time frame is exactly same like, you know, this GBP over here. So GBP USD is exactly done the same move. Look over here and look over here like GBP USD, right? So we can take help of these things together, right? So now it came down, created a resistance. Created a resistance over here, and this candle is about to close in 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait for that. And yeah, so it created a support over here. It created a support over here. Now the idea is, if the next candle wicks down and break these highs over here, at that point I can take buys over here, right? And same idea I'm thinking for this GBP JPY. Look, now the 1 hour candle is rejecting all the lower prices and moving up. So if after 5 minutes this candle closed above 157.377, I'm gonna take buys in the next candle if the next candle wicks down and break these highs over here. In this case, I'm gonna consider this price to be my execution price, and in this case over here I'm gonna take this price as my execution price. Now I'm gonna move to 30 minutes. So if I talk about 30 minutes now, 30 minute is good, but the thing is we are having some issues over here. Then we have this clean range. So I need to look in 15 minutes, like what 15 minute is saying actually to me. So I think 15 minutes is saying that market can go up with volume above this area. Let's see this area in 30 minutes. Okay, this is the same area over here in 30 minutes. So that means sorry, that means what we can do is, first of all, let me just draw areas in 30 minutes. So now this is the resistance over here, and this is the support formation over here. Right, so the market is ranging between these two ranges. Now if the next candle break this price, at that point maybe market can go up, but I'm gonna take buys according to the 1 hour only. Why? The reason is 1 hour time frame is much confirming time frame than the 30 minutes, so that's why. Now let's see. Oh, look here. When our candle is closing between the range again, that means this becomes a fake out. Let's have a look at the 4 hour now. Yeah, 4 hour is now moving down. Sorry. Daily is also, but I still think it will be going up. It should go up to fill the wick. Yeah, I really think that's gonna happen. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, I still think it should go up to this level. Look here, this one I candle just close with, like, by creating a fake out, but in 30 minutes it's still ranging. Nothing for now. But the good thing is that in GBP USD, the one I can closed above this area, so that's a good sign. So now if this one I candle break the high of the previous one, market can possibly move up from there. So it can come up to this level, 9 pips. Then after breaking this high, it can push up to like 24, 25 pips. Yeah, I really think that this will be going up to fill the wick. Yes, definitely. Sorry. And in case of GBP JPY, I'm gonna wait for 15-minute candle confirmation. 5:30. NY volume should be there. Pre-NY actually. It's just that this area can be a problem. Oh, actually, you know what? So this was a BOI over here. Market broke that area, and after that, this becomes the POI. Market went down, created this spring over here. Yeah, now it can come down again to test this area, and from this area it can move up. Yes. Yeah, and this is a strong area of resistance. So if the market, if market starts to go down below this area, then it will be going down like 56, 57 pips. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 4 is completely ranging. Yeah, it again tested this one, and now it can move up from this level to this level. Okay, I'm ready to take a buy. Took a buy trade over here. Ten pips will be at this point. Keeping stops at low of the current 1 hour candle. One point 35715. Running in 4 pips now. Now this is the area it can reject. But with volume it can surpass this area and move all the way up. Oh, it moved. So 5.2 pips, 5.4, running up. Oh, 7 pips. 7 pips running up. So now if it comes back to entry level, I'm gonna close half to manage the risk, but Let's see if it can move up with volume or what. So running in 7.2 over here. Let's see if it can move up. So what I will do is, now I'm gonna shift the stops to minimize the risk to half, 1.35665. 8.8, 9 pips tapped. 1.35 665. 10 pips over here. Congratulations everybody who just made some profits over here in this trade. Yeah, it should move up with volume now. Closed 50% over here in 10 pips. Now we have this clean candle to go. Oh, GBP JPY also moved up. Running in 12 pips. Closed everything at 12 pips. Sorry. So that was the trade over here. Congratulations everybody who just made some profits in this trade. Yeah, it can move up all the way, but there is a problem over here, so that's why. This could be a really nice trade. Oh, actually no, it cannot be, because the thing is, this candle went straight up. Yeah.